thank you so much for watching and for joining me on my full-time travels around the US while living in my RV. I am Pippi Peterson, and today I am commencing my cross of the Great Plains from New Mexico over to the east of the US. I'll be taking 2 weeks to cross the plains. Unfortunately, it's probably the worst time of year to cross. It's mid-July, and it's very hot, but that's why I'm not staying very long, not doing many sightseeing, but little trips along the way. I don't normally like to do short trips, you know, travel, then stay 1 or 2 nights, travel, then stay only a few, because I really like to settle into places where I visit and get to know the places. But in order to cross this very hot part of the US, I will be making the trips shorter and taking 2 weeks to cross. Made it to Tucumcari, and holy moly, it is 109 outside. Pretty freaking warm. Anyway, I am sitting here enjoying a cup of my tea that I made. This is that roasted corn and barley that I was talking about in the last episode. And I just wanted to say, if you have an option, some RV parks, for example, if you have a 50 amp RV, some RV parks will let you choose whether you want to pay for a 50 amp or a 30 amp. And if you pay for a 30 amp, you know, you have to plug into 30, or they give you an only 30 plug-in spot. And 30 is usually less, not always a lot. At this park, it's $1 less. But if it's going to be hot, get your 50 amps. I don't care how much it costs. It is so nice to run both air conditioners, especially in this kind of heat. It's just absolute necessity. And oh my goodness, look at this view. Look at that view. How beautiful. That is Mountain Tucumcari. Or rather, Tucumcari Mountain. I think it kind of looks like a spaceship. I bet you there's people that call it a petrified spaceship. I bet you there's one person in the world that says that. Who knows? Maybe they're right. On to the next destination, headed to Amarillo, Texas, just for one night. So one night are my least favorite stays because you get there and, you know, it's almost no point setting up, but you may as well because you paid for electric and water and all that. So minimum, my preference is 2 nights, but nothing really to do in Amarillo and really wanting to cross the plains. So what I can tell, we are coming up to Texas soon because I'm seeing truck way stations. It's a short drive today, it's only 2 hours. Also, my preference to not have to drive very long. This is one reason why I don't like stopping for one night. because it's kind of crazy to pull out the rug and roll it, because I got another dog bed that goes here. I mean, what, it took 5 seconds, but it's just extra work for one night. We've arrived just before 1, and it's a Tuesday, and we're driving tomorrow, Wednesday, and I always put my videos out on Thursday. So I am not done. I have to edit this week's video, and I've got my receipts from today's driving and checking into this RV park to file. And I've got some doggies to love and give snacks to. So it is back to work. So, gosh darn it, I am always scraping myself on my bin windows. Look at that. Oh, man. Freaking hurts. It looks so bad. And then look what I did to my knee. Ow! The thing's been like drying, and then it hurts to walk. But anyway, I came in here to check this and my freaking water pressure. Ugh! I keep thinking, man, these parks suck. They got terrible water pressure. When in reality, something's going wrong in my thing. So I'm going to go investigate, see what the heck, because I'm on city, so it shouldn't be that. So I have tested over here. My hose definitely has water pressure coming out of it, and a lot. And I can feel the water in here. I'm on city, so I'm not filling my tank. So I'm thinking that my pressure regulator has a clog or something. Well, I just realized that it can't be that water pressure controller, because I've been filling my freshwater tank, and it's the same route that the water goes. So it goes into the freshwater tank, but it won't go into the city one when I turn it off from the freshwater. So it's probably that valve. Darn it. So meanwhile, I'm back on my freshwater tank for a while, trying to clean up this cut. Yeah, this burns. So when I'm only staying at a place for one night, I don't even open up the bedroom slide. Look, there's Pearl. Hi, girl. Remember, if you watched that episode, I actually burned out the cable on one of the motors on this bedroom slide. And it's either like $600 if I take it to a place to do it for them, or if I do it myself. I don't even know. I might have to take like the slide off. So I do have a emergency cable. So what I have to do to open this one, why I don't open this one, is because I have to go down to the control board, which is behind a wall in my big bay, and I have to put a screw, because a screw is small enough with a flat head, and tap this button in the control board 7 times, then hold, or 6 times and then hold on the 7th. And then that does the override. That's the manual override. And then I have to run in here before the manual override turns off and open it up. So it's kind of crazy because, you know, it's like a lot of running and, you know, hoping I don't screw up the override, because that's like that's my last thing. Then I would have to push it in manually or fix it. And then so many times I won't be able to find, because it's a teeny tiny little button on the control panel, and there's just a rectangular opening, and most of the time I can't find, when I'm holding the screw, I can't find the little button, so I'm leaning in there really awkwardly. That's actually how I scratch my knees, because I have to like crawl halfway in, and then my knees hanging out by the sharp door. So for these shorter nights, I don't open up the bedroom slide. Well, it looks like my fresh water is not filling, even though it's been in use the last several days. So it might be the case that that pressure regulator is blocked, which would be awesome, and not the valve. Oh. Okay, I got water there. That is on. Dang it. Still something to do. But hey, if it's not a valve. Okay, I got that going. Man, I need to check that. Undo this. Alright, I figured out the problem. Yay! I took the water pressure regulator valve off. It was not a bunch of calcium buildup, which I would have thought. It's friggin' seaweed or something in there. So, something that you should always do that I don't do, but I really should, and I encourage you to do it too, before you plug in your hose to your RV, plug the hose into the water source and let it run to get seaweed out of it and other gunk that it might be in the source or might be in the hose. So I'm actually pretty excited about that because that's a really easy fix. Kind of disgusting though. So even after cleaning it and pulling out the muck, this is the screen. It's all bent too. So I'm going to replace it with this one and hopefully have some better luck. So this is where the source water comes in here, and then this actually goes into the RV and this connects to everything. I can see that on the other side of this screen is a bunch more algae that's grown or built up. So I need to, and from this side it's actually very clean. So all of the blockage is probably right in here and what I already cleaned. All the connections are back. Time for the big reveal. Yeah. Well, wait, because it always started out like this, then it would go down. Making sure I don't have my water pump on. Hey, that's pretty good. Exciting. It's working. Awesome fix. Now I don't have to set for a while. I just gotta keep an eye on that algae. So keep an eye on your algae situation on your hoses. My hose in California was like the perfect temperature. Where it sat, it would grow a green strip of algae on the top part of the hose. So you gotta keep an eye out for that. Clean out your regulators every once in a while, change those little screens, and you should have some really fresh water. Thank you so much for watching, and by the way, these are my original Pippin's YouTube t-shirts designed specifically by me. I created them myself in Illustrator. I picked out the printer locally, and even these t-shirts I ordered specifically to be very soft. So these are going away. I have limited quantities and limited sizes remaining, and I'm not going to be ordering any more. So if you want one of the very original Righty Row Let's Go t-shirts, be sure to order them now. I have the link in the description of this video so you can get yours today while they last.